just hold the phone. I'm about to just hold the phone. All right. I just wanted to make sure we get the comment pinned. All right, so I'm about to just hold the phone. I was gonna go and do it with the selfie stick and be fancy. I don't feel like getting up. The sun feels great. So we're gonna talk about how your soul's purpose is going to play a significant and pivotal role in building up this new world. So I'm going to start this off by saying we need to start building our own communities again. I know everybody talks about it, but nobody really does it. And then when it happens, shit just crumbles and goes to the ground. It's time now. We can't just keep talking about it. We got to be about it too. So I know I got so many plans of what I'm trying to build. Y'all, trying to get this LLC done by myself without the help of a third party to register it for me. Oh my God. This shit is difficult. It's the research that takes up all the time. The research. But I'm saving a good couple of $100. So it's I gotta sacrifice, because I really don't want to spend no $300, $350, because when I was trying to do it through, was it LegalZoom? I was damn near at $350. I said, oh, no. Come to find out, to do the damn thing myself, it's what? $70, $75 with the state of California? I prefer to do it that way. So, yeah, we gotta start. The sucky part is when you file it by yourself and you can't file it for the registered agent that I have, I can't file my LLC online. I have to do it by mail, unfortunately. So it's gonna take it's gonna take a while. But at least I got the process started. But we have to start. So what I wanted to do was go through a list. I kept a list on my phone, and I'm using my phone to record. It's all right. It's fine. I'm just going to go off memory. Everything that you already know that you want to do, we talked about this during the recap of what happened during the solar eclipse. What was this? On the 14th of October. Whatever it is that you need to do, make sure you get it done. But just keep in mind that we are all playing a role. Everyone has to play their part. So let's just say, for example, if you, and I mean if you care about what it is you're selling, okay? If you're selling weed and you have done the research on all of the type of flowers that you're getting, the type of flowers that you're selling and all of that, you're more than likely supposed to be an herbalist. More than likely. So, if you know for a fact that your purpose on this earth is to sell that particular item, start looking into herbalism. What type of herbs, dried flowers, what can you do with the skin of a fruit? Because you can take dried fruit skins and make tonics with it. You can make concoctions with it. You can make something that will help you get rid of a cold. You can make something that will lower your blood pressure. Something that would stabilize the sugar levels for someone that has diabetes. There's more things that you can look into rather than just sticking with selling weed. Am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. I'm trying to think of another example. Okay, this one is going to be a little different. If you're the type of person where you have to be active all the time, you may or may not be struggling with anger issues externally, but let's just say you get bouts where you have so much pent-up energy in you that you have to get it out by being active. You have to have movement. So that can be sports, it can be being a cop, it could be anything where you're going to have to use physical exertion. Or even if you're a security guard, and I mean you genuinely like your job. You're not there just for the paycheck, just to walk around somebody's building for 8 hours a day and do nothing. You more than likely would need to start organizing your own security guard company. We're going to need security guards coming up. We're not in the time now where we're going to have to worry about somebody just knocking down, burning down all of Black Wall Street all over again. We're not doing that. We can't do that. This new space that we're moving into with the world, people should be sick and tired by now. We're going to need security guards and you can make some good bucks. You know, if we're going to build a Black hospital, a Black bank, Black anything with a building, we're going to need security guards. I like to call them warriors, to be honest. I think it just sounds better, but it is the truth. You got to be willing to fight. We're going to need that. Shit, it might get to the point where we're going to have to start just on the side to protect our homes. May have to borrow someone's security expertise. And that can be in the tech field too. It doesn't just have to be a person physically there in front of your house or, you know, in front of your building. We're going to need tech security, cameras, rolling 24/7s with the computers, just showing everything. Cameras that's catching a whole 360, secure, all of that. Right? So just get on your shit and start building. We're going to have to start utilizing our skills to pretty much help build up and create a business attached to our name. Or, I mean, you could do an escort, which, you know, that's my goal. I'm trying to do an escort for my LLC. But we can't keep relying on other companies to hire us to get a paycheck. We can't. We can't keep doing that moving forward. So another example, even with doctors, lawyers, start looking to creating your own law firm. Start looking into having your own hospital, your own clinic. It could even just be a clinic. Something where, again, something is in your name, it is yours, and you can run that company how you want, but we can also, again, the goal, we're just building Black Wall Street 5.0, because I don't even know how many times within the U.S. that people of color had tried to build their own shit, their own community, and it just, these hating ass motherfuckers be burning it down. So we really have to be on it. Like, we have to be on it. Trying to think. Oh, and also, doctors, nurses, and herbalists and nutritionists, all of you guys should be working together. All of you guys should be, and I don't mean like how the government runs healthcare right now. When I did medical billing, it was atrocious. Okay? To see the lack of partnership within all four of those sectors. You know, I'll throw surgeons, doctors, surgeons, but a lot of surgeons, they'd be like, yeah, I am a doctor, but surgeon, they get really strict on that. I get it though. I get it. They worked hard to get there, to be able to do surgery on people. I get it. But all of those, you guys should be working together. We shouldn't be hearing, if you're a doctor, well, herbalism is just, it's not enough. You have to see a doctor. Or I shouldn't just be hearing from a nutritionist, herbalists it just seems like bullshit to me. I don't see the point of it. We have to get out of that. You have to come together with your fellow healers, and we have to start devising health plans that touches on each sector. So whoever is dealing with this patient with whatever diagnosis they have, whatever health issue they may have, All of you guys need to be working together and looking into the most, I would say, looking into the most detailed and comprehensive health plan for the patient. So not just the doctor, and then the doctor says, do this and you're done. No. The doctor needs to be consulting with the herbalist needs to be consulting with the doctor needs to be speaking with the nutritionist, vice versa, so on and so forth. If that patient is going through, let's just say, diabetes, yes, the nutritionist should be a part of that conversation with the doctor, but also the herbalist. What can we do before that patient's diagnosis goes beyond repair? That's going to be the goal. We're going to have to start drawing up different healthcare plans moving forward, but we all have to do it again. We all have to do it in partnership. It has to be in partnership, because hearing different sectors of the healthcare system go against each other is ridiculous to me. It shouldn't be happening. No one is better than the other, and that's just what it is. So a lot of y'all should be herbalists, I'm hearing. There's a lot of y'all that are scared. I'm hearing it's a lot of men that are a little intimidated. Get it together. Because you probably have some good ass knowledge up in that noggin that other people can benefit from and heal certain things from, with your knowledge alone. Any techies, anyone that's in the tech business, y'all are going to be in high demand. Whether people like it or not, we're going to have to blend with AI. It is what it is. The world is good and the world is bad. There is a good part to everything and there is a bad part to everything. Everybody wants to condemn AI. Guess what? It is what it is. It's here to stay. It's not going away. This is how a lot of the boomers? The way that they felt about the internet, the ones that didn't catch on, they struggling right now. Struggling. Can't do shit without asking somebody else how to work the computer. A lot of y'all working with a lot of people that's not even boomers. They're younger than boomers and can't do nothing on a computer. And they getting higher grade pay than you. Can't even do simple computer shit. So, techies, we need y'all. What else was on my list? I'm really trying to do this from memory. Oh, yes. Anyone that's in the cleaning business, hospitality business, so that would be maid service, hotel service, chefs. Okay, we need all y'all to work together too. Everybody is going to have their purpose. Everyone. One thing that I've noticed with cleaning services and maids, especially with me traveling, California to different cities and doing it with, within a hotel setting, I'm noticing that a lot of them are overworked. And from the conversations I've been hearing in this hotel, some of them feel like they ain't getting paid enough. One thing, we have to make sure that we know our value so we can get compensated correctly and properly for the work that we're all doing. We're all going to be in service in this new world. Everyone is going to be in service to the community in one way or another. You might as well just do it with a career that you thoroughly enjoy doing and that you love. And a lot of these maids, they be cleaning these hotel rooms. Damn. It look like ain't nobody stayed in that bitch before. They cleansing the fuck out of them places. And they're having to do 10, 15, 20, I've heard, 27 rooms this one lady says she did on a Saturday. I said, girl, not me. That's not my forte. No, ma'am. I can't. That much cleaning. And it ain't my house. It ain't my room. It ain't my shit. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. But you see, everybody has their purpose. Everybody has that thing that they're spectacular at, that they're amazing at, that they're really good at. And that's what we need to start toning into when it comes to our soul's purpose. And even, okay, I'll say this too. Even down to music artists. The music industry is going to change. It's not going to be, I mean, we're seeing the change now. A lot of people are just independent, which is, I think, is the best move. No more contracts, no more 360 deals. That shouldn't even be a thing. That should be illegal. But I digress. Even music artists. There's a lot of you guys out there that want to make music and you're just too scared because you just feel like no one's going to like it. Listen. A leap of faith. Leap of faith. If you know your value and you trust yourself, you're going to trust that whoever is meant to hear it will hear it and they will love it. We need more people expressing how they're feeling, because the art of music writing is to help transmute energy, whether that be positive or negative. We need more people to be open with their feelings, and a lot of people are open with their feelings when it comes to music. You're playing a role still. You're a catalyst for transmutation for someone else, dealing with the emotions that they're dealing with. The best part I would think about being an artist is that people can relate to what it is you're saying. They can relate to what it is you're rapping about, you're singing about. There's a relation there, and it helps start the catalyst for healing. You're needed still. We need entertainers still. Oh girl, that podcast, I'm gonna have to shoot that podcast down. I'm gonna have to do everything on Instagram, girl. I'm so disappointed. But I have to let the podcast go. But it's okay, because I do want to re-record those episodes again, and I'll just put it on here. I don't mind talking about it again. I don't mind. What else was I saying? Shit, off track. Yeah, so the artists. Painters too. If you're a painter, draw, all of that. When I love art, so, oh my God, I love art. When I look at a piece of art, it takes me to another realm within my feelings, within my emotions. Just, it takes me to a different place. It helps me change my perspective on things. That's what I love about art. And the fact that my interpretation of it, it may be different than the artist's interpretation, or the person next to me looking at it. Their interpretation may be different as well. Art is needed. And I'll just say entertainment in general is needed. We need it. Comedians, we gonna need it. We're going to need to release pressure of day-to-day life. And if you can't feel that this world is going to shit, if you can't feel it without the TV or your phone telling you, you got to start paying attention. We have to start getting in tune to what's going on this realm, on this earth. What else is on the list? I wrote down so many because they were just coming to me. And I'm mad I typed it. I didn't write it. I'm mad I didn't write it. All right, I don't remember. But you guys get the gist with the examples that I gave. You get the gist. We're going to need people in real estate. Lawyers, come on, get your own office, get your own firm, get your own practice. Just get your own shit. Accountants, banking, any business lawyers. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. But that real estate is going to be a big thing. Everyone forming their own trust, S corp, LLCs. We have to get on it. We have to get on it. We have to get on it. I've always heard the question, how do you know that you found your soul's purpose? Let me tell you something. That feeling that you get in your gut, it's one of excitement, overwhelm, a little bit of angst. But that excitement, you'll feel that more than anything. Because you know that this is finding the soul's purpose or figuring that out. You'll know for a fact, I'm trying to tell y'all. You'll know for a fact that you found your soul purpose when your heart is aligned directly to it. And you'll know what I mean if you found your soul's purpose. Your heart is simpatico with that motherfucker, okay? And the reason why I wanted to do a list and just go through what different, occupations and jobs that a lot of people already have or they're looking into, the reason why I did that is because everyone feels as though, from what I've gathered, is that if my job isn't aligned with what America says is the job that you're supposed to have to make the most money, then I can't be in my soul's purpose. But when you're in your soul's purpose, right, and you're actually doing the work to set your generation and all of your community, set your generation and your community forward, you can't go wrong. You're never going to be broke. Ever. Because when I tell you that you'll get clients, you'll get people that want to see what it is that you're doing, and they also want to pay you for it. The thing is, with your soul's purpose, is something that you're always going to be perfecting. Always. It never stops. You're always going to be learning something new. You're always going to be pivoting. You're always going to look to see, okay, what's going on with the U.S., if that's where you're located, wherever country you're at. What's going on with the U.S. in regards to my field, my career? Okay. All right, I've learned this part, but it looks like I need to get a little, learn a little something different, add more knowledge to what I already have. We're always going to be working to make sure we're updated, that we're always learning something. You know how, and I'll say this, how like with painters and drawers, artists and stuff like that, you can see their progress over time. And they're, for the most part, always getting better. They dibble and dabble, try something a little different. And like I said, some of y'all, when you're in the period of just starting, you may have to dibble and dabble just to see where exactly you're supposed to be at in terms of that career that you chose. Like, okay, I do want to be a music artist, but I want to rap and sing. And then you're just going to toy and fiddle and see if you're mainly going to be singing on tracks or if you're just mainly going to be rapping. Hey, it's what it is. You're putting out the music, right? You transmuting your energy into the music, right? Listen, producers, let me tell y'all. Y'all gonna get me started. DJs and producers, your roles are very important. Music, because it's going to change, we're going to see new sides of music. Because it's going to change, your job, DJs and producers, your job is to make sure that you vibe with your crowd so they can let out all of their stresses when they listen to your shit. The DJ, when they listen to your mix, what makes y'all the happiest when you playing your mix at the club, at the house party, and everybody is moving. Movement is a transmutation of energy. Especially when people are having fun. No wallflowers, no. Shake that ass. Pop that puss. Okay? Listen to me. DJs and producers, listen to me. People are going to be so wound up and stressed out that we are going to need the element of entertainment and fun. There is no going around that. I need y'all to get y'all shit together. Okay? And put out y'all work. Start, and this is the thing. I know a lot of people probably not going to want to hear this. You may, as a DJ, have to start hosting your own parties. You might have to. I've been noticing a disconnect lately with party hosts and the crowd that they're bringing in accordance to the DJ that's playing for the night. I've seen it go really bad but I've also seen it go really great. But this is the thing, as a DJ, you know what your niche is, right? So you're going to know what type of crowd you want to, you're going to know every detail to the crowd that you're trying to draw in. You're going to know where to find that crowd, how to get them to come through the door, and people will pay. You may have to do that just to start off. And then maybe you could partner with a host or a party promoter that's on the same wave as you. You should be in the front seat. You listen to me. You should be in the front seat, driving that motherfucker. You should not have a party promoter or a host trying to gather up that crowd when you already have the schematics and the details of what that crowd is going to look like for you. And listen, let me move on, because y'all gonna get me, I could go on and on and on for people's where their sole purpose is to create, and it's in the realm of music and artistry. I could go on and on for days. We're gonna need it. We're going to need it. And we're in a day and age where you could just go on TikTok or Instagram Live and play your set. People will vibe in them comments, but imagine if you hitting every time you go live, you hitting, niggas is like, all right, I need to know when you gonna be in my city. I need to know. So it's a good thing that we can just use online for something rather than just looking at negative shit all day and people talk shit. And we can actually just band together, start creating a little invite party list, and get it popping. But no, like I said, so when you found your soul's purpose, your heart is going to be in line. Your heart is going to be like, yes, this is what I came here to do. This is what I was built to do. All you're trying to do is just make sure that you get the business aspect down, get all your paperwork legalized, get all that good shit, and then just start. Just start putting shit out there. Just start. Don't pause on it any longer. Now, I'll say this. For me, if anyone that knows me, I have dibbled and dabbled in so many different career fields and paths. It's not even funny. And then with each one, I was confident that this was it. But then after I would do it, I'd be like, I don't want to do that. It is okay to dibble and dabble in certain interests to see what aligns with your heart. It is perfectly fine to do that. Will it be some bumps along the way? Yes. But I think that's the point. At least I could say, now that I'm in this point now, because I know what I need to do, and I know what I'm gonna do. But now that I'm at this point, I don't regret dibbling and dabbling into different fields. I don't mind, because it made me a little bit more of a rounded person. I could talk about banking, I can talk about insurance, I could talk about hospital doctor things. I was in the veterinarian. I did that. I've done a lot. Cell phones, any type of device, honestly. I've done that. Jewelry, but I love jewelry. So that was actually, I was going to do that regardless if I liked it or not, because I needed to re-up on my jewelry supply at the time. So I kind of already knew I wasn't going to make that a career. It's just that I wanted to take advantage of the employee discount. Oh, yes. And then I did hair, too. Cosmetology. It's all over the place. I'm all over the place. I was all over the place. I ain't going to say that now. Now I know exactly what I need to do because my heart's in it. You just need to, your sole purpose is going to have your heart included in it. Not just your logical brain of, well, I need to pay bills. So, and this is what I'm good at, so I'm going to do this. You can be good at things and your heart is just not in it. But you just do it because it's a job and you need a check. But again, we're trying to get away from that. If we're going to work, if we're going to have these jobs, these careers, we need to be having it in these fields that our heart genuinely wants to be in. Because when it comes down to that, you're never going to get bored. You may get tired because you're probably going to be overworking your ass. Probably going to be overworking yourself. You may get tired, but you're never going to be bored. And it's never going to be stagnant because, like I said, you'll always be learning. It will never be stagnant. And, and we're also going to need daycare workers, okay? Because people still got kids. People still gonna be making kids, okay? People still gonna be fucking. So, daycare workers, nannies, doulas, and this is what I'm gonna say too. There's a lot of moms out there now that they know in their heart that they're supposed to be in an industry that takes care of children. They know this. But they don't know more so what their niche would be. They're already taking care of the kids, a lot of them by themselves. Right? So, what better way to use the knowledge that you've accumulated with your actual child over time, and you can make a business to pediatrician. Like I said, daycare workers, daycare facilities, because again, we're turning our soul's passion into businesses. Okay? Listen. Okay? This is what we're gonna start have to do. We're gonna have to do it. All right, so there's a lot of mommies out there. A lot. We're gonna need doulas, baby. We're gonna start birthing these babies at home. We're not fucking with the hospital no more. We're not. The way, oh God, it's just, my stomach is turning. The stories that we've heard of Black celebrities, having to deal with the trauma of the births that they had because of the doctors or the nurses, just people not listening to them, not paying attention to them almost dying. They killing our Black babies before they can even damn near take a breath sometimes. We need people that care about us in these fields. Is there education that's going to need to be had and paid for before you can? Yes, but that's the point. Another thing I want to address. We have to stop the get-rich-quick schemes. It has to stop. Because you're cheating yourself. And you're cheating your soul of the mission that is trying to, the mission that is trying to accomplish in this lifetime. We have to. We have to. We just got to stop. The scamming, the get rich quick, this is easy, so I'm just going to do this for a check. We got to stop. Can't keep doing that shit no more. It's too much riding right now on people's mentalities these days. They cracking. They're breaking. People are going batshit crazy because it's too much financial stress, emotional stress, world stress. The world is stressing. It's too much. It's too much. So people's mentals are breaking. And they're doing whatever it is they feel that they need to do to either survive or off themselves. Because a lot of people have been doing that because the pressure is too much. I never want to be in that state of mind just to get a check. I broke my own mental. Okay, we back. I don't want my mental going to shit because I'm just trying to do shit just to make sure I have a roof over my head. I'm not doing Can't do that no more. Our futures just depend too much on us making sure that we don't lose our heads. And this is a ripe time for people to lose their shit. All of these job layoffs are going on. We're not even going to talk about the wars. Jesus Christ. This is World War III. I don't care what nobody say. This is World War III right now, and it started with Ukraine. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. As above, so below. If there is war going on in the 3D, the below, then there is war going on in the 4D and the 5D, and that's a spiritual war. It's going to reflect down here what's going on in the ethers. That's just what's going to happen. People find for their lives in their brains every day. Every day. I don't want to live like that. Not no more. I done put in too much work. I feel like we put in too much work. We have too much to lose. For what's going on to suck us down into a spiral to where we feel like we can never get out. Or we feel like we're just stuck in a state of depression. We're just stuck. We have to follow our heart's desires. We have to. If you're a content creator, or, oh shit, speaking of, Natasha, that's a content creator and she entered. If you're a content creator, website designer, we're gonna need you to start, more than like just so we can get other people's businesses on websites and get it out there. Now, okay, content creators and all that, start looking into Web3. Because we are going to move to where the internet is going to upgrade and change to Web3. So Web3, just to explain it in the most simplest way possible. So you know how you can just go online, type in somebody's website, and you're there. Boom. Web3 is not that. It is not that. Web3, you have to have access to a specific USB or server. And you're going to more than likely have to pay for that access. And it's probably going to be subscription based, because I just feel like that would be the smartest thing for people to do as we move into Web3. Just make it a subscription. Just bill somebody 99 cents a month or $2 a month, whatever, in order for you to have access to that person's website and information. So on Web3, I know they always describe it to a USB. So let's just say on a USB, you have your business website, you have your contact information on that. Let's say if you invest in trade, then you can have, certain public displays of your trade information on there if you want, because certain companies do it only if you're an employee. So if it's Web3 and it's subscription based, if you want certain people to see what's going on, or even if you want to put your crypto on it. So people are going to start moving into Web3 because the internet is not going to be free anymore. Web3, you're going to have to more than likely, again, pay a subscription-based price every month in order to have access to that person's information. So what is that going to translate to, or what that is going to translate to, is you're going to see certain people, you're going to see a network of people actually all decide to merge their Web3 information with someone else's. So let's just say you had, like I said, all your shit on your USB, and then your partnering company that you're working with, whatever your business might be. Let's say your accountant has, or your lawyer has their information on their Web3. What people will start doing is networking with each other to say, okay, if your subscribers want to have access to, let's just say, some information on your site as far as, really quick FAQs about getting an accountant or getting a business lawyer or whatever the case may be, I'm going to link your Web3 to mine, but they only have access to the FAQ part. That's it. They may not have access to everything else with your partner, just the FAQ part. Am I making sense? Because the Web3 that I've been looking into Web3 for a year and a half now, and there's just so much talk of what can be done that it's just so many different varieties, but it's all in part of what networking is going to look like for the future, for the most part. and subscription-based services or subscription-based access. I'll call it subscription-based access because that's really what it is. We're not, come on now. Content creators, website designers, you're going to have to look into Web3 because people are going to need you to set their shit up, to make sure their Web3 stuff look nice, presentable. Because again, it's for networking and business purposes. Everyone needs to get into your soul's purpose. Get into it. So when the time comes and we all want to start networking with each other and building this community, everybody's shit gonna be intact. Everybody's part is already done. You don't have to worry about your partner's position because they stuff already done, and they don't have to worry about you because your stuff is already done. Okay? Now, to segue, if you don't know your value and what you bring to the table, it is going to be very difficult for you to find your soul's purpose. So if you don't already know your value yet, what you will and will not stand for, start there. You got to start there. What do your relationships look like? Do you feel as though you're always giving and never getting anything in return? Do you feel as though you're always loving, but you don't feel loved in return? There's the self-value issue there. So you know how sometimes people will say, do I have a sign on my forehead that says screw me over? Yes and no. And let me explain. From a energetic perspective, from an energetic aura perspective, do you have a sign that probably says screw me over on your face? No, but your energy says screw me over. How we're feeling inside reflects in our auric field on the outside. Whether you are someone that can read auras or not, we all have the ability as electric beings to feel energy. So you may not have a sign that says screw me over literally plastered on your face, but your energy says that you can take advantage of me. And I'm not gonna tell you no, I'm not gonna make it difficult for you, but you can do it. You can. Yeah, no, it's fine. You can. Like, that's what the energy is saying. That's why you'll have certain people that don't know their worth either, their value either, gravitate towards others that seem like prey. They can feel the energy off of you. That's why they gravitate towards you. And then there's always that, why do I always attract the same type of people? Friendship or relationship, like why? A lot of the times, though, you'll start to see a connection in the way that your family and your parents treat you. You could, hey, listen, you key into that. If you feel as though that you always attract a particular type of friendship or romantic relationship, and you're not understanding what energy it is that you are giving off, look to see how your family structure is. How do people talk to you? How do people treat you? How do they treat each other? And if you ever at a point have to say, well, I mean, I know why they treat them like shit. I know why, I get it. That you got to start there because that's already the issue. There's no excuse to treat anyone like shit. There's no excuse. Because if in the case that you feel as though that you have to treat someone like shit under your shoe because they did you wrong, that means you need to separate yourself from that person. Or those groups of people, even if it is family, unfortunately. So, if your family is giving you a run for your self-worth and you feel like you got to knock somebody upside the head all the fucking time to be respected, friends too, it's going to be a point where you're just going to have to separate yourself from them. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Knowing your worth is key to knowing your soul's purpose and what you were put on this earth to do. And again, it's not going to be something that feels like menial work. It's not going to be something that feels like an energy drainer. It's going to be something that invigorates you every single time. Every day when you wake up, you're ready to get it going. You may be tired that day, But inside your tummy, you like, I'm getting it done. I'm gonna just take a nap. And I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna take a nap and go back to it. It may even be that one thing that's on your mind all the time, no matter what you're doing. That soul's purpose. You could be like, nah, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break for 3 days. All time, them 3 days, all you want to do is work on that one thing. It's like there's a fire burning, and you have no choice but to tend to it, to make sure that it stays lit. So, it's time to start. We got to figure out what it is our hearts really want, what our souls really desire. Figure out what our niche is, where we fit into this world. Continue our education on that thing, whatever it is for you. Continue learning, continue growing, continue evolving. Continue evolving, continue evolving. And you will get better and better and better. Okay? And once we do that, we're looking to what? Network. We are looking to network. The base is making sure you get your ish all in order legally. And then we have to start networking. What can you do for me, and what can I do for you? How can we grow this? How can we get your people and my people to come together and grow it even, just grow it some more? So we all have a role, no matter how small you think it is, no matter if you think it's not going to make you any money. Stop thinking that. That's a negative mindset. We're getting out of that. We're getting out of that. We're not going back to that no more. I'm hungry. I am starving. Look, I tried to take a little nap, and I laid right on it, but who cares? Because listen, as soon as I go to the room, I'm taking this down. Eat some good food. So it's time. Just think about what does your heart want? And that's what it is. That's where you go from there. What does your heart want? And if you just feel like that's not something that's possible to do or start, check your self-worth. How do you value yourself? So until next time. Bye.